You hear from the lots of the people that your thought will make you or destroy you. Whatever you're thinking in your mind is subconsciously fit in your mind that you want to act. So if you want to become an engineer, you have to act like you have an engineer. If you want to become an actor, then you have to act like you have to act those things. If you want to become an entrepreneur or content creator, you have to act those things so that it can subconsciously get in your mind. But you ever think about the negative power of the thinking, like how the brain proceeds the negative thoughts in your mind, and what's the power of that? Why the negative thoughts is more powerful than the positive thing? You hear, for example, anything like if you think if some you can see somebody else that he or she can thinking that yet I have thinking about the worst case scenario and it happens, right? It happens. So the people, whatever they're thinking negative, as compared to they're thinking positive, the negative things are going to be as much more likely to going to happen than that of the positive ones. So is there any power lies in the negative thoughts, and how you can use those power in your how to achieve those power, how you can not be so much hurt, how you can expect the outcome of the result by negative thinking, right? So if you want to increase the happiness of your life, if you want to achieve each and everything in your life, if you want to fulfill your dreams, fulfill whatever you're trying to get those things, you don't have to think about the positive ones. You have to think about only the negative things. So whenever just suppose whenever you sit in a meditation position, you close your eyes and you thinking in your mind just for the 5 second, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are you thinking? There are negative thoughts come in your mind and the positive ones, and you can able to filter it out. You focus yourself to think about the positive, but your brain by default nature is thinking the negative ones. Why it is so? Because your brain trying to tell you something, bro, and you have to keep forwarding back those thoughts. You have to keep pushing back those thoughts and thinking about the positive ones. Why you're doing so, bro? You just have to think in a negative way, na? And you have to listen your brain, what the brain is trying to say to you. Don't just run out of those things. Suppose you're thinking about your girlfriend and there is some fight between you and your girlfriend, right? And there are some outcome in your mind. There are some worst case scenario in your mind that either she can talk to another guy or either she can leave you, right? And the positive one say, no, 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 she is loyal to me. She never doing those things against me. And suppose that she happened that negative thing. What does this happen? Your confidence shattered. You are not longer a happy guy because you're always thinking about the positive things. And when everything happens, you're going to the depression zone. You're going to be depressed. You're going to end your life. You're going to quit those things which you want to improve. And you're pushing backward like 2, 3 years of your life just because of a single girl. Seriously. You don't have to act like way, bro. So whenever there are some things like whenever you have to do something, so you always think about the negative way first then the positive one. Because whenever I try to do something, suppose I'm applying for a job and I just have cracked the interview and just going to the job. So there are two outcomes. Either they can reject you or either they can accept you. And if I'm thinking in my mind that no matter how my interviews goes, they are going to reject me. Like, and if they're going to reject me, that no matter what things happen, like either I can able to earn extra or either I can grab it, but it's okay. If they do that, then I am okay with that. So this is the worst scenario you're thinking. And the best scenario is that you are going to get the job, you're going to get the money, and they're going to give you a salary, and you're just stabilized. Okay. And 99% of the chance the negative thing is going to happen. And people call it failure. Actually, it's not a failure, it's an outcome of the result that you're trying to put those things. And by grabbing those failure again and again, you go to actually success. And that's why people got shattered when they get a single failure. Right. So always try to think in a negative case. Always try to think in a worst case scenario because you are well prepared for the outcome, what you are trying to get. Right. You are getting the outcome which you are expected. So that's why you are not getting so much hurt. You are not getting so much depressed. You are not getting too emotional. You're a man, man. You're a man. So you don't have to think those when you're not going to depressed by single failure by being lonely. Suppose you are end up being a single and so what I was thinking, suppose I am not able to earn those things, so I am not able to earn those money. So what my worst case scenario is, I'm going to get broke about my whole life. I'm not going to marry any girl because I don't have any money to expense those things to the girls because they want something from me and I don't have anything and I can't able to live like life those things, and don't want to live like her. So in my worst case scenario, I just have to do a simple job so that I can eat like 2 3 times a day, and I can able to bring my family to just a single normal life, right? So that's my worst case scenario. But what's the best case scenario? I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be jacked. I'm having good physique. A beautiful girl who is loyal to me, who only talks to me, get come in my life. I have all those materialistic things like villa, cars, super bikes, and all those things, the watches and all that. So that's the best case scenario. But if I just expected only the best case scenario, then the worst case scenario, whenever it's going to happen, then I'm going to shut it. And I'm that my graph going to so much down that I can't able to figure it out what I'm going to do next. That's why broke people go broke and rich people get richer. So that's the main difference between them. Right. So this is the power of negative thinking. Don't try to avoid those negative things. Right. The brain trying to tell you something, right? And you are just having to just fear of it that no, I don't have to think either. I can, if I can have to think those negative thoughts, then only those things will going to happen. No, positive thinking is also going to happen, right? But that's the happiness when you get think about the negative, but the positive ones got you are so much excited and happy. So always try to keep your emotions stable and always try to slicken your brain. Right. And if you're new to this channel, just keep follow me because I am a guy who is going to self-improvement your journey and trying to teach you each and everything about the self-improvement, like money, skills, muscles, business, and all those things, like how you can transform like from zero to hero. So keep supporting me, guys. Thank you. Bye.